close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself a question you often avoid. Are you living the life you once imagined, or are you only surviving each day hoping something will change without knowing how? Many young minds believe that success arrives suddenly, that one lucky moment or one powerful connection will transform everything. But the truth I have learned through my life is quieter, deeper, and far more demanding. Success does not arrive as an accident. It is built patiently, often invisibly, inside ordinary days that most people ignore. You may think that your limitations define your future, your background, your marks, your financial condition, your failures, or even your fear of being average. But let me gently challenge this belief. What truly shapes your destiny is not where you start, but the discipline of your thoughts, the clarity of your purpose, and the courage with which you face each small responsibility placed before you. The world does not deny success to you. You often deny it to yourself by underestimating your own potential. I speak to you not as someone distant from struggle, but as someone who has walked through doubt, scarcity, and failure with questions in his heart and dreams in his eyes. Today, I want to share with you a simple mantra for life, a way of thinking and living that can guide you through confusion and uncertainty toward meaningful success. By the end of this message, I want you to feel calmer about your future, stronger in your resolve, and clearer about the path that lies ahead of you, even if that path is not yet fully visible. When I look at the faces of young people, I see curiosity mixed with fear. I see ambition clouded by pressure. I see talent weighed down by comparison. Many of you are told what to study, how to compete, and whom to impress, but very few are taught how to listen to their inner voice. This message is not about becoming famous or rich overnight. It is about becoming strong inside, so that whatever you pursue it with integrity, focus, and service to something larger than yourself. I was born in a small town where the sea met the sky, in Rameswaram, to a family that lived a simple and honest life. My father was not wealthy, but he was rich in wisdom and discipline. From him, I learned that work is a form of prayer when done sincerely. From my mother, I learned that nourishment is not only of the body, but also of the heart. These lessons did not come through long speeches, but through daily actions observed quietly. Even today, I believe that the greatest education happens when values are lived, not taught. As a young boy, I sold newspapers to support my family. There was no shame in this work. Instead, it taught me the dignity of labor and the value of time. Every morning, I woke up knowing that my small effort contributed to something larger. That feeling of responsibility gave me strength far beyond my age. When you feel lost today, it is often because you feel unnecessary. Remember this. Purpose begins the moment you realize that your actions matter, even if the world does not applaud them yet. Education later opened doors for me, but it was not an easy journey. There were moments of self-doubt, moments when others believed I was not good enough. But I learned early that excellence is a habit formed through consistent effort, not a talent granted at birth. In my studies and later in my work, I did not aim to defeat others. I aim to defeat yesterday's version of myself. This is a powerful shift you must make if you want lasting success. Compete with your own limitations, not with someone else's achievement. When I worked with teams at scientific institutions, including moments of great failure, I learned leadership not from success, but from responsibility. When a mission failed, it was easy to assign blame. But true leadership means standing in front of your team during failure and standing behind them during success. This principle is not limited to organizations. Apply it to your life. Take responsibility when things go wrong and give credit to learning when things go right. This mindset will make you resilient in a world that often tests your patience. Through my experiences, through reflection, and through writing, I came to understand a simple mantra for life. Dream with clarity, work with discipline, serve with humility. Dreams give direction, discipline gives strength, and service gives meaning. Remove any one of these, and success becomes hollow or short-lived. Many dream but do not work. Many work but do not reflect. Many succeed but forget to serve. Balance is what sustains fulfillment. You may ask, how can I dream when my circumstances are so limited? I answer you gently. Dreams do not demand resources first, they demand courage first. A dream is not what you see when you sleep. It is what keeps you awake, guiding your thoughts and actions quietly each day. When your dream is connected to improving yourself and contributing to society, the universe slowly aligns opportunities around your effort. As you listen, I want you to know that confusion is not a weakness. It is a sign that your mind is searching for direction. Fear is not your enemy. It is an indicator that you are standing at the edge of growth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is one of its most honest teachers. What matters is whether you choose to learn or to retreat. This message is for the student who feels invisible, for the young person who feels late in life, for the dreamer who is tired of starting again. You are not behind. You are being prepared. Walk patiently. Strengthen your character. Respect time. And remember that life responds powerfully to sincere effort sustained over time. As you move forward in life, you will notice that the world constantly measures you by outcomes. Marks, ranks, salaries, titles, applause. These measurements are not meaningless, but they are incomplete. What truly shapes your future happens long before the results appear. It happens in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when you decide whether to study a little longer, to practice a little more honestly, to speak truthfully even when silence feels safer. Character is formed in these moments, and character determines how you handle success when it finally arrives. I want to share with you a moment from my own journey that taught me this truth deeply. When I worked on the SLV3 project, we faced a painful failure. Years of effort seemed to collapse in a single moment. The disappointment was heavy, not just for me, but for the entire team. In that moment, my leader stepped forward to take responsibility, shielding the team from criticism. Later, when success came, he stepped back and allowed the team to receive the recognition. That single act taught me more about leadership than any textbook ever could. It taught me that dignity is not about position, but about responsibility. You will face failures of your own. Perhaps you already have. An exam you did not clear, a plan that did not work, a dream that feels delayed. When this happens, do not allow failure to become your identity. Failure is an event, not a definition. Learn to ask better questions instead of asking why life is unfair. Ask what this experience is teaching you. Ask how it can strengthen you. Ask how you can return wiser, calmer, and more focused. Many young people fear being ordinary. They fear that their life will pass without significance. Let me tell you something important. There is no such thing as an ordinary effort when it is done with excellence and intention. Great nations are not built by extraordinary people alone, but by ordinary citizens who perform their duties with sincerity. When you study honestly, when you work diligently, when you treat others with respect, you are already participating in nation building, even if it feels small today. Discipline is often misunderstood as punishment or restriction. In reality, discipline is self-respect in action. It is choosing what you want most over what you want now. When you wake up early to prepare for your future, when you resist distractions that steal your focus, when you maintain consistency even without motivation, you are training your mind to lead your life instead of reacting to it. This inner leadership is what separates those who drift from those who arrive. I have always believed that youth is not defined by age, but by the courage to question and the willingness to learn. When you stop learning, you begin aging prematurely, regardless of how young you are. Read widely. Observe carefully. Reflect deeply. Not everything you read will be useful immediately, but everything shapes your thinking in subtle ways. Knowledge combined with humility creates wisdom, and wisdom is the most reliable guide through life's uncertainty. There were times when my ideas were rejected, when others doubted the feasibility of our vision. In those moments, I reminded myself that conviction must be stronger than criticism. If your goal is noble and your effort sincere, do not be discouraged by slow progress. Progress is often silent before it becomes visible. Just as a seed grows underground before breaking the surface, your efforts are preparing something that will emerge at the right time. You may come from a small town or a modest family. You may feel that opportunities belong to others. But remember this, excellence has no address. It recognizes effort, not privilege. When you commit to doing your best wherever you are placed, you create opportunities that did not exist before. The world eventually notices disciplined excellence, even if it takes time. I want you to understand that success without values is a dangerous achievement. True success must elevate not only you, but also those around you. Ask yourself regularly, how does my growth contribute to others? How does my knowledge serve society? When ambition is guided by service, it becomes sustainable and fulfilling. When ambition is guided only by ego, it becomes exhausting and empty. There is a deep satisfaction that comes from aligning your actions with your values. When your words match your behavior, when your goals reflect your principles, when your success does not compromise your integrity, you experience peace alongside progress. This peace is not given by the world. It is earned through self-respect. As you walk your path, you will encounter comparison everywhere. Social media, classrooms, workplaces. Comparison can either inspire or paralyze. Choose inspiration. Learn from others without diminishing yourself. Remember that every individual journey has a different pace. Do not rush your growth. Depth takes time. I speak to you as someone who has seen both applause and silence, both success and setback. What remained constant was the commitment to learning, discipline, and service. This commitment became my compass. You too need such a compass. Not a rigid plan that causes anxiety, but a guiding principle that keeps you aligned, even when the road bends unexpectedly. If you are confused about your future today, begin with clarity about your present responsibilities. Do them well. Excellence in small duties builds confidence for larger ones. The future is not built in a single decision, but in thousands of small, disciplined choices repeated consistently. Hold patience close to your heart. Life is not in a hurry, even if you are. When you respect time, time eventually rewards you. Stay sincere. Stay curious. Stay disciplined. These qualities will quietly transform your life from the inside out. Let me now speak to you more personally, as a mentor would sit behind a student and speak, not to impress, but to guide. You are living in a time of endless information and very little clarity. You are told that you must be fast, that you must achieve early, that you must have everything figured out by a certain age. Pressure creates anxiety, and anxiety clouds judgment. Please understand this deeply. Life is not a race against others. It is a journey toward understanding yourself and contributing meaningfully to the world. In my own life, clarity did not arrive all at once. It arrived slowly, shaped by experience, failure, reading, reflection, and honest self-assessment. When I wrote about my journey, I did not write to celebrate achievements, but to show that every step, even the painful ones, had a lesson hidden inside. Your life is also a book being written every day. Do not rush the chapters. Let each one teach you what it is meant to teach. One of the most important realizations I want to share with you is this. Vision gives direction, but effort gives movement. Many young people have dreams, but lack the patience to nurture them. Others work hard, but without a clear sense of why they are working. When vision and effort come together, life begins to move with purpose. Ask yourself not only what you want to become, but why you want to become it. The strength of your why will determine the strength of your persistence. You may feel that your failures disqualify you from dreaming again. I assure you, they do not. In fact, they prepare you. When the SLV-3 mission failed, the weight of responsibility was immense. Yet, instead of allowing that failure to define us, we allowed it to refine us. We analyzed, we learned, we corrected, and we returned stronger. This is how progress is made, not only in science, but in life. Failure is feedback, not a final verdict. Simplicity has always been close to my heart. Not because complexity is wrong, but because simplicity keeps you grounded. When your life becomes cluttered with unnecessary desires, comparisons, and distractions, your focus weakens. Choose simplicity in habits, clarity in thought, and sincerity in action. This does not mean rejecting ambition. It means directing ambition wisely. Discipline, again, deserves your attention. Discipline is not about being harsh with yourself. It is about being honest with yourself. It is about showing up even when enthusiasm fades. Motivation will come and go. Discipline stays. When you train your mind to act according to commitment rather than mood, you gain control over your life. This control is quiet, but powerful. Many of you fear that you are too late, that others are ahead, that opportunities have passed you by. Let me tell you something that may bring you peace. Life does not follow a single timeline. Some bloom early, some bloom late. What matters is not when you bloom, but how deeply rooted you become before you do. Focus on strengthening your foundation. Skills, values, discipline, and resilience are roots. Without them, early success cannot stand. You are not required to have all the answers today. You are required to ask honest questions and take responsible action. Confusion often comes from trying to control outcomes instead of focusing on effort. Shift your attention from results to process. When you improve your process, results follow naturally. There is a special strength in being consistent. Consistency may not feel exciting, but it builds trust, both in yourself and in others. When you keep promises to yourself, even small ones, your confidence grows. Confidence is not loud, it is steady. It comes from knowing that you can rely on yourself. I want you to reflect on the idea of service. Service is not limited to grand acts. It begins with intention. When you study, do so with the intention to use your knowledge responsibly. When you work, do so with the intention to solve problems and improve lives. When service becomes part of your success, your work gains meaning beyond personal gain. You may wonder how to find your place in a world that seems crowded and competitive. The answer is simple but not easy. Become excellent at what you do. Excellence creates space. It attracts trust. It opens doors that force cannot. Commit to excellence, not for praise, but for self-respect. Let me now share with you some practical lessons, not as rules imposed upon you, but as tools offered to you. You may adopt them gradually in your own way, according to your circumstances. First, begin your day with intention. Do not allow your phone or external noise to decide your mental state. Spend a few moments reminding yourself of your goals and responsibilities. Second, dedicate focused time daily to learning. Even 1 hour of sincere study or skill development, done consistently, compounds into extraordinary growth over time. Third, maintain physical and mental discipline. Proper rest, simple exercise, and balanced routines strengthen not only the body, but also the mind. Fourth, reflect regularly. Ask yourself what you learned today, what you could improve tomorrow, and what values guided your actions. Fifth, surround yourself with positive influences. Choose conversations that encourage growth, not those that spread cynicism and fear. Sixth, practice gratitude and humility. Recognize the contributions of others and remain aware that learning never ends. These are not dramatic changes. They are small, realistic habits. But when practiced consistently, they reshape your character, and character reshapes destiny. Now, I want you to listen closely. The future of our nation, of any nation, is not built in conference halls alone. It is built in classrooms, in homes, in quiet study hours, in honest workspaces. You are not too young to matter. You are not too small to contribute. The responsibility of shaping tomorrow rests gently but firmly on your shoulders. Imagine an India where youth are disciplined, compassionate, skilled, and visionary. An India where success is measured not only by economic growth, but by ethical strength and social harmony. This vision is not abstract. It begins with you choosing excellence over excuses, responsibility over blame, and service over self-interest. Do not wait for permission to become better. Begin now. Every day is an opportunity to refine yourself. Every challenge is an invitation to grow. Carry this mantra with you quietly. Dream with clarity. Work with discipline. Serve with humility. Let it guide your decisions when no one is watching. As I conclude this message, remember this one truth. You are not here by accident. You carry within you the ability to learn, to improve, and to contribute. Walk your path with sincerity and patience. Success will follow you naturally. If this message brought clarity or courage to your heart, share it with another student who may be searching for direction. Let us spread ideas that build character and inspire responsible dreams. And before you step away from these words, allow me to leave you with a quiet reflection, not as an instruction, but as a companion for your journey ahead. Life will not always speak to you clearly. Sometimes it will whisper through doubt. Sometimes it will challenge you through failure. And sometimes it will test you through success itself. In all these moments, pause and ask yourself whether your actions are aligned with your values. Alignment creates peace, and peace creates strength. You will encounter people who move faster than you, who appear more confident, more certain, more accomplished. Do not let this disturb your inner balance. Growth is not a performance for others, it is a commitment to yourself. When you focus on steady improvement instead of quick validation, you build a life that lasts beyond applause. Remember that knowledge alone is not power. Applied knowledge guided by ethics is power. Intelligence without character can harm, but intelligence with compassion can heal. As you gain skills and achievements, let kindness grow alongside them. A strong mind with a gentle heart is a rare and valuable combination. There will be days when effort feels heavy and progress feels invisible. On those days, remind yourself that even the strongest structures are built brick by brick. No brick knows the full design, yet each one matters. You may not see the full picture of your life yet, but your responsibility is to place today's brick with care. Do not allow setbacks to make you bitter. Allow them to make you wiser. Bitterness closes the mind. Wisdom opens it. When you choose learning over resentment, you remain free internally, regardless of external circumstances. Time is one of the most honest teachers you will ever have. Respect it. Use it well. Do not postpone growth, waiting for perfect conditions. Growth begins exactly where you are, with what you have. Start small, but start sincerely. I have always believed that a fulfilled life is one where personal growth and social contribution move together. When you rise, lift others gently. When you succeed, remain grounded. When you lead, listen. This balance creates not only progress, but harmony. As you carry this message forward, do not try to remember every word. Remember the feeling, the calm strength, the quiet determination. Let it guide you when choices feel confusing and paths seem unclear. Your future does not demand perfection from you. It asks for sincerity, effort, and responsibility. Give it these, and it will respond in ways you cannot yet imagine. Walk forward with confidence rooted in discipline, ambition guided by service, and dreams strengthened by action. Your journey matters, your effort matters, and your contribution, however small it may feel today, is shaping tomorrow. If these words helped you reflect, grow, or regain belief in yourself, share them with another young mind that may need guidance. Together, let us spread clarity, courage, and responsible dreams.